What's up guys, Kara Corey here, WNBF Bikini Pro, and some of you know I was fortunate to test judge at a OCB show locally in Syracuse the other day, and I learned so much from that experience and thought I would do this video to share with you guys some of my top tips from a judge's perspective. So my first tip, make sure you work the full judges panel. The judges panel can consist of different amounts of judges. For instance, yesterday's show that I was part of had 6 main judges, but it also had 2 test judges, myself included. So we were spread out over a very long table. I noticed when a lot of the competitors walked out on stage, they kind of focused more on one end of the table that had the majority of the judges on it versus the other end where myself and the other test judge were. Now mind you, the competitors had no idea we were test judges. So that was one thing that I noticed made it kind of difficult from a judge's perspective to be able to really get a good look at everyone when they weren't kind of trying to show their best attributes to the whole judging panel. They were kind of angling themselves a certain way, they were looking a certain way. A lot of competitors didn't even make eye contact with myself, which I feel is just like posing 101, going on stage, making sure you're looking at the entire judging panel. I noticed a lot of people were looking beyond the judges, looking in the audience, things of that nature, and not really connecting with me as a judge. And that for me made me lose interest in you. If you weren't looking at me, if you weren't showing me confidence and that you were kind of like caring about me looking at you, then I kind of didn't care about you. Tip number 2 is very simple, number placement. You are gonna be given a number that the show promoter is gonna tell you where to place it on the front and the back side of you. Make sure you pay attention to where that number is being placed and that you're placing it where they request you to place it. A lot of competitors place it in an incorrect spot, and the purpose of placing it as such is so the judges can all see your number. The judges can't see your number, it's gonna make it really hard to place you well because you don't know what your number is. Therefore, if I don't know what your number is, I'm trying to quickly score you, and I kind of lose interest, and I look to someone else who I can see their number that I can place. So make sure you place that number appropriately and make sure the way that you're posing, you don't hide your number for the judges to be able to see. Tip number 3 is knowing your angles. Again, you're gonna be in front of an entire judging panel. Now you may have practiced your posing a certain way, but make sure that you're posing yourself so that all the judges can get a good view of what your physique looks like. If you're someone that angles really harsh towards one direction, make sure that someone sitting on the opposite side of that judging table is gonna get a good view of your physique. So it's really key to make sure if you're someone that is not kind of giving a straightforward angle, a pose I should say, that you know how to shift your poses a little bit to be able to give the judging panel a good look at your physique. So be considerate of your angles, how you're posing, and that you know how to pose so that everyone on that judging panel can get a good view of your physique in the best manner possible. Tip number 4 is to roll with it. I saw some people yesterday when they were competing, they maybe made a little error in their posing and they were able to kind of move on that you didn't even really realize they made an error. I saw other competitors who anytime they made a little teensy mistake, maybe they tripped on their heel just slightly, you could see them just get super nervous and not really know how to react correctly to it. So if you are on stage in front of those judges, I don't care if you totally mess up your routine, but act like you didn't mess up your routine and keep pressing forward. The more you get self-conscious about the fact that you made a mistake and let it get you nervous, the judges see that, they see your lack of confidence, and that's definitely gonna take away from your scoring. So just stay confident, even if you screwed up, we may not even recognize it unless you kind of point it out almost on stage. My last tip, and the most important tip I've learned from the judging perspective, you have to have the wow factor. And You've got to have it, and you've got to have it the second you walk on stage. You've got to have something that the judges they take one look at you and they can't take their eyes off you. So that might be a little bit different for some people. Maybe it's just your overall look, your presentation between the suit, your makeup, your jewelry. Maybe it's your attitude when you walk on stage. It's that little bit of sass that you have in your walk and that confidence that no one else is displaying. Maybe it's just that your physique is so lemon and there's no one on stage that can compare to it. But you have to find a way to have the wow factor. The biggest thing I recognized yesterday and gave me a better appreciation for scoring is that there's so many amazing physiques on stage. You can get lost very easily. And I'll give you a quick example that during the T-Walk individual posing portion of the show, there was a couple girls that came out to do their T-Walk, and I was like, man, they have some beautiful bodies, and I have no idea where I scored them because I don't remember seeing them on stage. Meaning they got lost in the mix and they didn't know how to stand out in a group of girls. And it's unfortunate, and that's where a lot of people can get really upset and confused and hurt that they don't know why they didn't place well because you didn't stand out. So you have to find a way to stand out, and that will definitely help you in terms of your placement. But also, just kind of a tip for those of you that have placed lower in shows and feel upset about it and hurt about it, get judges' feedback, and part of what they may tell you is you looked great, just keep doing what you're doing, or they may give you advice, but I bet you part of that is you weren't able to stand out. Just find your way to stand out, and that will definitely help you with your placement. All right, guys, that's it for my top 5 tips from a judge's perspective. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have more questions, please comment below and I'll be sure to answer. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button for me. It really helps me out, and subscribe if you aren't already so that you don't miss any future videos.